Hello and welcome to this video series on article marketing. In this video, we're going to be going over how to use an online outsourcing service to get our articles written. As I had mentioned in the previous video, there are many such services for you to choose from. Elance, Rent-A-Coder, Scriptlance, Rent-A-Ghostwriter, and so on and so on. Now what I'm going to do in this video is just introduce you to a service called Scriptlance to get your articles written. The basics are pretty much the same for most all of the outsourcing services. Now and by the way, this is the website here. Step one, you want to sign up, and right here is the link for that. Now remember, it's totally free to sign up. There is a fee, it's $5, and that's what is charged to you once the job that you posted has already been completed. So if, say for example, once you post your job or post the project that you're wanting done, and you get the bids coming in, and let's say you never choose a bid because you just weren't happy with what you're seeing, it's not going to cost you anything. The $5 fee is only charged to you, and they give you 30 days to pay it off anyway, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. But the $5 is only charged to you once the job has been completed, so again, it's basically free at this point. And then step two, once you've signed up and you confirmed via the email they send you, you want to go ahead and post your project. So once you've signed up and you got all that stuff out of the way, you log back in, go up here and you post project. Now if it's going to be a one-time shot, basically you're going to have them write you some articles. This is where you want to go. If it's something that you want on an ongoing basis, basically you're hiring somebody, you go here and you post a job list. We're going to be concentrating on the post project for the sake of this video. And then once you've posted your project, you receive the bids from interested freelancers. You choose a bid, and that's it. Your project is then closed. You're put in contact with the freelancer that you chose. They will begin working. You can leave a review, kind of like on eBay, and pay them when you're ready to pay them. Now, the $5 that I mentioned earlier is then deducted from your Scriptlance account only after the project closes. And besides that, like I said, Scriptlance gives you 30 days to pay that fee anyway. Now, it's kind of like getting an estimate from dozens of qualified professionals, then choosing the one you like the most. You save time because you do not need to shop around for a writer, and you save money because writers are competing for your business. For example, one writer is going to post their bid, and another may post a lower bid to get the job, and so on and so on. Again, kind of like the eBay deal. Only you choose the one that you want, even if it's not the one with the lowest bid. Someone with a higher bid but has better references may appeal to you more, so you're going to choose them instead of the cheapest one. Remember, quality articles will get you a whole lot further. One thing that's kind of important I want to mention here too, while shopping around with the various outsourcing sites, some other freelance project sites similar to Scriptlance may charge you, the buyer, no fee at all. Now, this might sound like a pretty good deal on the surface, but they got to make their money somehow. In which case they charge the freelancer a much higher fee than Scriptlance, and that could be anywhere from 5 to 20%, sometimes even more. Now Scriptlance only charges freelancers 5%. That means that in the end, you might save more on Scriptlance because the freelancers won't be forced to charge you a higher rate to cover those fees. So knowing this might help you decide which service is best suited for your needs. Oh, and one other thing too I want to mention is that as you're poking around on this site, and it may hold true with some of the other ones too, you're going to see things like PM or abbreviations like PM, or in this case PMB. What the heck is that? Well, there's places on here that you can go to like FAQs, you can search for the answers, but just a quick heads up, PMB is the abbreviation Scriptlance uses for project message board, or what I call private message board, but it's not so private. So let's take a look inside the site here. Again, once you've signed up, you've logged in, you post your project, and this is going to be kind of what it looks like. This is one that's been posted back on the 17th of January. And one of the cool items I'm going to show you here in just a little bit is that the bidders, remember they posted this on the 17th of January, the bidders started coming in immediately. This is the time of bid. Whenever this particular person placed their bid that they wanted this job and this is how they can do it, this is what they bid. They bid $10 for the job. They said they can have it delivered to that person one day. And this is that person's contact info here. Now over here, the rating. This is important. Again, using eBay as a reference, like eBay's feedback, this is basically the same thing. Certain buyers will give the people that did the job a certain rating on the work that they did and the number of reviews that they have. Now, having said that, do not discount the quality of the work that you might get from somebody that has no feedback yet. Remember, you got to start somewhere, right? I mean, put yourself in their shoes. So look at all things considered, and not just the price, but the quality. And these folks that have no feedback, get a hold of them, have them send you, through this PM or the PMB, and have them send you some samples of the work that they can do for you. And who knows, you might be satisfied with that, and you could be their first feedback. So keep that in mind, and do not let the no feedback yet throw you. I wanted to point this out too. They also have a spot in here whenever they're applying for your job, so to speak. And I'm saying job, I mean project, but they can put in some additional verbiage here too. So be sure and read all the way down to the bottom. Now, once you have, let me go back here. Once you click on Post a Project, this is what's going to come up. Oh, and I didn't mention this earlier, but once you sign up, Scriptlance automatically tosses $1 into your account. And this is where you would go to edit your account info, add money to your account, and you don't really want to go overboard. You don't want to put a whole lot of money in here because they're not going to pay you interest on it. But you want to have at least $5 or $10 in there anyway, just to cover the cost of the eventual fees of the $5 fee that Scriptlance will be charging you. Whenever you go to Post a Project, let me go ahead and click on this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's one thing that's pretty important, and that is right here under the description of the project you're wanting done. You want to be very specific. Now, as you can see, there's additional info that you can add. So in other words, you can amend this information, but that does kind of throw a wrench in the works sometimes with the folks that may have already placed bids. They may not be so willing to do the work with the amendments that you're tossing in there at them. So what you want to do first is you want to give your project a name. And you can see here the job type. What we're going to be looking at is down here at the bottom under writing for the articles. And you can see as you mouse over the different items here, over here, it gives you a little description of what they're talking about. Like, for example, WordPress, Visual Basic, Python. These are just some of the scripts. And like I said earlier, under the more options, it's not just writing scripts for programmers, but they can do data entry. Basically, it's just a job service. Well, highly technical job service. Don't want to undercut it. But you can do marketing, multimedia, web design, writing, and of course you can check more than just one title too. But we're just going to stick with writing. And here's where you put in the description. And as I had mentioned, you want to be as specific as possible. Knowing, of course, you can amend this down the line, but you want to be as detailed and as specific as possible because that will affect the quality of the bidders that you're going to be getting. So definitely keep that in mind. Again, once you've made your choice on the person you're going to have do the work, you're going to get in touch with them through the project message board, and by all means, stay in contact with them. Get information from them, give them information about your project, and it's through that communication that you're going to end up with the perfect articles. And if you like what this particular individual does, well, consider them for future work and let them know that. And once you're done, another thing you might want to consider, again, putting yourself in the worker's shoes. If they do a great job for you, toss them a bone. Give them an extra little bonus on top of the amount that they bid for. Again, it's going to go a long way for future work for you. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of this video on creating articles through outsourcing. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video too. Have a great day.